Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world or whatever time you'll be watching this video. Now, guys, Canadian immigration shock changes beginning June 2026. Now, what if I told you that Canada is quietly reshaping its entire immigration system in 2026, and the changes could affect millions of future immigrants, students, and workers? This is from stricter asylum rules to targeted job-based immigration to new health restrictions and pathways. Canada is no longer just open, it's becoming strategic. Now, today we're going to break down everything you need to know about Canada's new immigration rules in June 2026 and what it really means for you. Now, Canada's immigration system in 2026 is undergoing a major reset. Instead of simply bringing in large numbers of newcomers, the government is now focused on filling labor shortages, supporting economic growth, and reducing pressure on housing and services. In fact, Canada is targeting around 380,000 permanent residents per year, which is a controlled and strategic number. At the same time, the government plans to reduce temporary residents, including international students and foreign workers, to less than 5% of the population by 2027. What does this mean? It means that Canada still wants immigrants, but now only the ones they need most. Now, one of the biggest changes is happening inside Canada's express entry system. In 2026, Canada introduced targeted categories for key industries like healthcare, so for nurses and doctors, aviation and transport workers, skilled trades, research, and defense sectors. Now, instead of random selection, Canada is now handpicking candidates who can immediately contribute to the economy. Again, this means high demand skills equal higher chances. So generic applications equals lower success rate. And this is a massive shift towards a skills first immigration model. Canada isn't just tightening the rules, it's also opening new targeted pathways. For example, in British Columbia, a new program allows health support workers like cleaners and security staff to apply for permanent residency, especially in rural areas. Why? Because smaller communities are struggling to find workers, and immigration is now being used to fill those exact gaps. One of the most controversial changes in 2026 is the tightening of asylum rules. Now, under the new laws, if you wait more than 1 year after entering Canada to claim asylum, your case may be rejected. If you cross the border irregularly and delay your claim, you may not even get a hearing. Now, what's the goal? The goal is to close loopholes and reduce pressure on the refugee system. But critics say this could make it harder for genuine refugees to get protection. In response to global health risks, Canada has also introduced temporary but strict rules. Now, as of late May 2026, travelers from certain countries must self-isolate for 21 days. Immigration applications from those regions may be paused for 90 days. And I did a video on this recently. This shows how immigration policy is now tied closely to global health and security concerns. Now, another major update is that Canada is cracking down on immigration fraud. Starting July 15, 2026, there will be new regulations will tighten oversight of immigration consultants. Stronger enforcement tools will protect applicants from scams. And this comes as fraud cases rise globally, especially with fake visa promises. Now, Canada is sending a clear message: no shortcuts, no guarantees, no scams. And despite stricter rules, demand for Canadian immigration is actually rising. A new citizenship rule expansion has already led to a surge in applications, especially from Americans seeking alternative residency options. Why? Because Canada still offers stability, healthcare, education, and long-term security. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room: housing. Canada's immigration changes are deeply tied to rising housing costs. Recent policies that reduced migration actually helped lower rental demand and ease housing pressure in major cities. So now immigration policy is being used as a tool to control affordability. So what's the big picture? Canada is not shutting its doors, but it's becoming more selective, more strategic, more competitive. Now, if you want to migrate to Canada in 2026, you must have high in-demand skills. You must apply through the right pathway, and you must submit a strong, accurate application. Because in this new system, average applications just won't survive. Now, Canada's immigration system is evolving fast, and the people who understand these changes early are the ones who will benefit the most. Now, if you found this breakdown helpful, hit the like, subscribe button, and stay tuned for more deep dives into global migration policy shifts and real-world opportunities. Because in today's world, information is your biggest advantage. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. And as always, thank you for watching. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Catch you on the next one.